Back here on the Soriano podcast here on the Soriano Network, being simulcast on the Soriano Network, and the June pay-per-view, folks, for the WWE is upon us. Money in the Bank 2015 from Columbus, Ohio is tonight, and it sure looks to be a pretty decent card, I think. I know a lot of people are skeptical, but I think it could deliver. So let's go over this, shall we? Money in the Bank 2015. R-Truth versus King Barrett in a singles match. Don't really expect anything from this. You know, a pretty good match to start things off. I think Barrett's a tremendous worker. Truth is a tremendous worker. They both have horrible gimmicks. I hate the King Barrett gimmick. I hate R-Truth's gimmick. I've always hated it. I think it's very stereotypical. I don't like it. But I think they'll deliver on a pretty decent match. And I think King Barrett's due for a pay-per-view win, so give me King Barrett over R-Truth in that one. The New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods versus the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. Tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. I don't think they're going to put the titles on... well, first of all, there's two things. I don't think they're going to take the belts off of the New Day that easily. They are really starting to get heel heat. They're starting to develop as a heel stable. I think you keep the belts on them for a while, number one. Number two, I don't think they have any aspirations of putting the tag team titles on Darren Young or Titus O'Neil. This is just a filler match because the tag team division is weak. So expect the New Day to retain here. Ryback versus The Big Show. Singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Again, I don't see Big Show having a title put on him. This will be a very slow match. It's not going to be pretty. Expect the Columbus crowd to really be tough critics on this one. Ryback will retain in a match that will not be a classic by any standards. Nikki Bella versus Paige, singles match for the Divas Championship. I'm gonna go with Paige to take down Nikki Bella. I think it's time. I think you have to put a new fresh face in there. I know it's not a fresh face. Paige has had the title before, but I think Nikki's just had it for a long period of time. I think you have to make the switch. This is shaping up to be a pretty decent pay-per-view. I'd take Paige over this one, over Nikki, to win the Divas Championship. Seth Rollins, we'll get to that one. Dolph Ziggler versus Neville versus Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus versus Kane. Money in the Bank ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match contract. I don't see Neville getting it. I don't see Ziggler getting it. Kingston, no. Sheamus, no. Kane, no. Orton, I don't think Orton needs that in this point of his career. I think that leaves Reigns to be the odds-on favorite. Now, this could go either way. They could have the predictable type and have Roman win this. Or they could have someone like Kofi being in the New Day, win it. Or they could have Neville win it and really have him have a huge opportunity here. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think if Roman's not going to win, it's either going to be Neville or Kingston. But I think they want to pull the trigger so bad on Roman, and they want to have Roman as that number one guy, and they want to have Roman as their guy. So give me Roman over all of those guys in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Cena versus Owens, single match. This is intriguing. This is really intriguing to me. I would expect Cena to win tonight just to even this series and maybe at Battleground have the decisive third match. But the way they're talking, I just think that they're really pushing Owens, and gotta figure, does Owens beat Cena twice? Back-to-back pay-per-views. I think he does. Give me Owens over Cena. Just the way that they play things out. I think the way they're pushing Owens in NXT, they're pushing him. You almost have to have Owens come out on top. So give me Owens over Cena in that one. Or it could be Cena, winning by disqualification. But Owens most likely will win that match. That's my pick. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This is a tough one. This is a real tough one. You could have a variety of scenarios. You could have Seth win and Roman cash in on it. You could have the match going on, Roman comes down, enters himself in the match, and cashes in. You can have Ambrose win, Reigns come out, congratulate him, then spear him, and cash in the Money in the Bank, thus turning heel. Or you could just have Ambrose and Rollins kick each other's ass, and not have Roman come out at all and interfere, or come out after the match. Raw's numbers have been low. They really have. But the talk of Brock Lesnar versus Rollins, Brock's not coming back for grudge matches. I think at this point, he's besides that. And the Undertaker match he had, that was for a huge stake too. That was to end the streak. So I don't think Brock's going to come back this summer to fight Seth Rollins in just a grudge match. That's not going to happen. I think Brock's going to come back and go after Rollins for the World Championship. Thus, I think Rollins walks out the champ this Sunday, tonight. So tonight, give me Seth Rollins over Dean Ambrose for the World Heavyweight Championship. So my predictions, Paige over Nikki, Ryback over Show, New Day retain, Roman wins the contract, Owens over Cena, King Barrett over Truth, and Rollins over Ambrose to retain the title. What are your Money in the Bank 2015 predictions? Upload your predictions or your comments, feedback to this video on YouTube, simulcasting on the Soriano Network on YouTube here with the podcast and the whole deal. Or right on my Facebook, on my Twitter, Chris Soriano12. Also, follow us on Instagram for Money in the Bank photos tonight at Chris Soriano12, and From the Top Rope as well on Instagram.